Welcome to the first episode of. Is this the Sofa Taters Podcast? Is that what we're going with here? Like,
sounds good. Do you want to do the intro? Do the intro, Steve.
Okay.
Take us away.
Take us away. You're okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sofa Taters Podcast. I'm not sure if anyone remembers the very old YouTube channel with myself and Dregony over there, but we have a new Sofa Tater. His name is. Well, we're using your handle. We're using your real name.
Either or is fine, I guess.
Okay, well.
All right, we'll go with his old handle. How about that one?
No. Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one.
Yeah, let's just go with Trey.
Yeah, that's fine.
We got a delicious tray of food over here with us today.
Delicious
How you
tray
doing?
of food.
Oh yes. I'm very delicious. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, you a snack, my homie.
How was everyone's Sunday today?
Oh, it's just amazing. You know, I love Sundays.
You love Sundays?
Totally.
This
it's
day
a
of
lazy
our Lord?
Sunday for me.
I don't know about today, but I do love me a good old fashioned fudge sundae.
You know what? True. I love fudge Sundays.
Oh yeah, bro.
I haven't had ice cream in so long though, actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, no.
You ever go to? I don't know if you want to talk about local places on the podcast, but there's this. Is it okay if I? Is that cool?
Well, I mean, it's Dairy Queen.
Is it cool that you're bringing up an ice cream place? I don't know. I wouldn't be hot, bro.
No, a local place, not Dairy Queen.
I was going to say there's a Dairy Queen near me. That's
Dairy Queen. It's not the only ice cream place in the city we live in.
The local ice cream place, Dairy Queen. You know that only exists in Manitoba.
No, I thought that's what you were going to reference because that's what's close by me.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Oh no, we lost him again.
Justin's already quit the podcast. Just because I thought Dairy Queen was what he was talking about.
He hated your ice cream joke so much he just left.
I mean, to answer the question though, I haven't had ice cream in a while. I think that's what the ultimate decision was.
I think what Justin was going to bring up was he was probably going to bring up.
What was I going to bring up, bitch? Tell me right now.
You're going to bring up Sub-Zero.
Yes.
Yes, that's a pretty good ice cream place. Yeah.
I haven't been there forever, but yeah, it's phenomenal.
I go to Sub-Zero like every other week, man.
Not to be confused with the Sub-Zero character from Mortal Kombat. Although maybe it's from the same one. I don't know. Maybe he secretly owns that place.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah. Apologies for having to cut away there for a second. My roommate knocked on my door. She just gave me a free ass burger.
A burger from where?
A free ass
from
burger?
Where she works. She works at a local burger place.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes
We know dox her too. Just kidding.
Yeah,
okay, you guys. Okay, both you guys, be quiet for 2 seconds, please.
He's eating the burger.
Oh, I guess Discord isn't really picking up the chewing, but you're gonna hear it in my raw audio for sure.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to that.
This isn't an ASMR podcast, man. What do you got to get that out of here?
I'm making it ASMR. Fuck you.
You gonna bring back your ASMR videos there?
That only ever happened twice.
What is that one called? Dregony Makes Noises?
That would be an amazing channel.
That would be, but no, I did I did a Kingdom Hearts ASMR playthrough once where I just played through the beginning of the game.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't think I know of this Dregony lore. I never seen this one. I don't think. You have to.
Well, it's not something I talk about. And then my favorite one was I made a video where the whole video was just me using the word cock as a trigger word, like just saying it gently. Okay. And the video title was just something like me shoving my cock in your ears.
Yeah, that's my favorite video of yours.
Okay. That sounds like a pretty good video.
I mean, it's a good trigger word though. It's like the C's are like perfect for that.
Oh, the hard K at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Gets my tingle going.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You gotta update yourself on that Dregony lore there, Steve. It's a good time.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one before. Speaking of, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should bring this up as on our first podcast.
Oh,
I mean, I'm curious
You're
now.
curious now? Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of heart-sounding words, you ever think about the fact that in Australia, people just call each other cunts all the time. Like it's just like it's
Oh,
just like
yeah.
yeah. But like I think,
that's like a normal thing.
Yeah, I think that like in like our version of like English, like in North America, that seems like just like a harsh word to call somebody. I've never heard anyone call that to another person without it being like they were extremely upset at that person. Most times I've heard someone use that word, like I've never heard them use that particular word before, and it's always when they're extremely like upset or mad at like something or some like character they're like they're yelling at. It's just I just found that always interesting because like it's just almost like you can call your friend like that in Australia, but it's such a harsh word over here. I just always found that interesting the differences.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a harsh word. It hits like a freaking whip, you know.
Yeah, like
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's just the evolution of language, I guess. I don't know what exactly happened down the line, but somehow over there it became a more like friendly, wide used term, and over here it was just taboo.
It's reserved just for if you're extremely upset with somebody.
Yeah, I guess just. I think Australians are built different. I think that's just the ultimate answer we got here.
Yeah, those big spiders down there, like
no, those kangaroos, bro.
the kangaroos are jacked. Those things aren't cute at all, man. Have you ever seen like a video of those things? Those things are huge. I wouldn't want to run into them.
Kangaroos are scary.
Those kangaroos are like literally like bodybuilders, bro.
Yeah, like there's a video. You've probably seen it. It's like a kangaroo like outside of a guy's like window, like a sliding door window, like maybe his backyard or something. And it's one of the most terrifying animal videos I've ever seen. Like that thing just looks like it looks like he could immediately break that glass if he wanted to. I guess thankfully for that guy he didn't do it, but.
Oh yeah, and they always look so ripped too. It's like, what the hell's going on?
It's like what, like it looks like he works out, but I guess that's just his natural body. Like a kangaroo's natural body is just, he's just like toned, extremely toned.
I want to know their workout routine. What the hell?
What does a kangaroo do? Like he doesn't even work up her body. They both their jump. Those guys
Right?
jump really high. I never. These things don't climb or anything. Like
Yeah, you see them flex, and you're like, Jesus, maybe he does outdo upper body.
maybe he does. Maybe out in the wilderness they're just doing like pull-ups on tree branches out there. He's got the.
No, maybe if you just hit up a gym in Australia, you'll just see a couple kangaroos doing some reps.
Yeah, bro. Me and you gotta go to Planet Fitness in Australia one day, and there's gonna be a kangaroo over there on the Smith machine, just.
You think they're like common sparring partners, like in a boxing ring or something?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What would you do if a kangaroo asked you to spot him, Justin?
I mean, I don't think I can lift what a kangaroo can lift, bro. So I don't know if I could spot him properly.
What if he just really insisted? Like he just looked at you really angrily, and you're like,
You were the only other person around. You were the only person that could spot.
"You have to spot me while I lift."
I would just tell him he's rolling that bar off his body if he fails. I'm getting the fuck out of there.
And then he kicks. And then he kicks the bar at you.
To be fair, I don't think he's dropping it anyways. He probably doesn't need
not
the
dropping
spot.
He could one-hand it, bro.
He'll use his tail to like push him up or something.
Kangaroo sets off the lunk alarm.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our gym's it's only our gym specifically, the gym that Steven and I go to, that has an alarm called the lunk alarm that's supposed to go off for people who either like grunt too loud or just generally being assholes. But we think it's we don't think
what a.
I don't think it doesn't actually work. I think it's
ever
literally
seen a video
just
of
there
it.
as a deterrent.
I've only ever seen a video of it going off a single time, and the video was like it was the joke was that like he was doing a bunch of how not to set off the lunk alarm and still like do all the grunting shit and like all the other stuff like that like don't be a lunk, all that says. And it was a Planet Fitness employee, so like he very well could have just been telling them, okay, so let's just set it off like for me, like while I'm doing this, like on the video.
Well,
I've never actually seen it go off.
Well, I know exactly which video you're talking about, and my assumption was that the sound of the alarm was literally just edited in. Like I didn't think it actually went off.
That could have also been the case too. So like the only potential case that I've seen ever going off could either be doctored or like he told his coworkers to take it off, put it on for him. So.
Yeah, I don't think the alarm is actually a real thing. It's totally just a deterrent, which doesn't even work anyways.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some angry people at the gym just like throw shit. And...
Oh yeah, all the time.
Well, yeah, I was about to ask, is it actually for like more grunting parts, or is it for people who like usually, do those like power lifts and then like throw the fucking weights down, you know what I mean?
It's a combination. Like you're not supposed to like slam your weights. You're not supposed to like grunt or like.
Which, by the way, can I just say is fucking bullshit? Because if you're powerlifting, like you're gonna be grunting, you're gonna be dropping your weights. That's a totally normal thing.
Yeah, like I guess it's not supposed. You're supposed to like not be excessive. I guess with it, you're not supposed to go. Like,
I think the idea is that the gym that you and I go to is more of a beginners friendly.
yeah,
gym.
so you're not supposed to scare off like the new people who are just trying to like get started, lose some weight and stuff like that. They don't want the big muscly dudes just like scaring people. There's definitely some big muscly dudes there, but actually none of the big muscly dudes I've ever seen have done any of the stuff that on the lunk alarm. The average build guy was one I've seen who like who could potentially set it off, but he didn't. It didn't go off. So.
Oh, are you talking about the guy who was going so hard on the fucking like tricep rope pull that he gave himself a nosebleed?
Yeah, the nosebleed dude.
What?
Yeah, he was just yanking the shit out of the cable behind him, just like screaming and going at it, and then like I don't know, he somehow gave himself a nosebleed.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah,
jeez.
Like I've definitely pushed hard before and made myself a bit like lightheaded, or I've even done it where like I've actually had my ears ringing before, but I've never gone that hard where I got a nosebleed, like I broke a blood vessel or something. It was insane. Never seen that before.
That's a wild.
But from what we've seen, this guy just seems to be perpetually angry. Like every time Steven or I have, sorry, I don't know if you were going by your real name or your handle. You can bleep that if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, my handle has my name in it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I guess that's fair. But anytime Steven and I have ever seen this guy at the gym, he's always angry. even in the locker room, Steven said he literally just like threw like his shit violently into a locker and like stormed out.
The second time I ever saw this guy, he was in the locker room. I guess he was leaving for the day, but he just fucking like threw his stuff in front of his locker and like, I'm like, damn. Dude, are you just angry all the time?
I mean, if that's his way to get his anger out, then I guess all the more power to him, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like, just actually get it out in the workout. Don't just fucking... Don't just be going around slamming shit and... Like, that's not cool.
He's a method actor.
Next time I see him, he's going to have his hoodie up. He's gone through a bad breakup and he's just going to go hard in the gym.
Yeah.
That's always the telltale. If some guy's working out with a hoodie up, he's probably gone through some kind of bad breakup, but he's just like...
The forbidden pre-workout. Going through the breakup text and all that. Well, you know what? We're gonna do our fun hot takes then, if you guys are ready.
Well,
I don't know if I'm really ready. If you give me like a topic, I might be able to give you a hot take on it, but I'm not sure if I have a general like... Someone throw a topic at me. I'll see if I can think of a hot take for it.
Well, Justin, you said you don't have one?
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess I'll just start it off then, since I seem to like getting people upset.
You're the opinionated one of the group.
Am I really?
Apparently.
Well, I have actually two, but I'll start off with this one. We'll go with see where it takes us. But my first hot take would definitely be that The Office is only okay. The TV show, I mean. The TV show The Office with Steve Carell and all that. It's only okay, and I don't get the hype why people like love it so much. I don't really like Michael as a character or as a boss, really. He's a fun guy, sure, but like watching that and like seeing how he acts with his freaking employees and everything, it rubs me such the wrong way that I just don't like it. I don't care for it. He kind of ruins it for me at times, and the only reason I watched through the whole thing was for Jim and Pam.
I think sometimes with The Office, like it's funny, but I think it's also like it's a very different. It's a different kind of sitcom, really. I mean, I think a lot of times if you see like Michael, it's just like, I mean, he's a lot of it's just like, some of it's almost just hard to watch. Like it's supposed to be funny, but at the same time, it's like a lot of Michael stuff is almost like cringe humor, and sometimes it's hilarious, and sometimes it's just I can't watch this. I'm getting like secondhand like cringe or like embarrassment from it. Like anytime he does that thing, Like there's that one joke he did where I think he put like people's like different like races on people's heads. And it's
okay, this is
funny, but it's like I don't know.
It's
man.
unsettling at the same time. And you're just sitting there uncomfortable, but you're like, okay, this is funny. But like, just overall, it kind of left like a sour taste.
But then he'll do like another joke where one of his first scenes where he's like the world's best boss thing, and then he just says, "Oh, I bought this at Spencer's Gifts," and that's funny because it implies he bought it for himself. Like someone didn't buy that for him.
Yeah. And I'm not to say like The Office is a bad show. I still enjoyed it. Like for the most part, I watched the whole fucking thing, but you know, it's one of the weaker sitcoms out there. I'd highly prefer Parks and Rec or something like Brooklyn Nine-Nine above The Office. They're just so much better shows.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're saying about Michael. Like, Michael basically is the embodiment of cringe humor. And yeah, like you were saying, Steven, there is a lot of the time where like he's doing something stupid and cringe, and like maybe it's supposed to come off comedic, but you're just getting that secondhand cringe. I get that. But I don't know. I feel like every other character around Michael is good enough that the show really just still holds up, at least for me.
Actually, I think Dwight's pretty funny.
Oh, Dwight's amazing. Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah. Dwight's hilarious. Like I said, like Jim and Pam are the whole reason I kept watching. Dwight is obviously a good third option there, but I don't know. Like people like Stanley's great, I guess, but like not enough around to, you know, I guess make up for the other stuff for me.
I think Creed's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, Creed's great. I mean, he's very much a one-dimensional kind of like character, but like he's great for what he is.
Oh yeah, he's like the great comedic like C-tier character type thing, like tertiary character.
I want my birthday cake. It was not a birthday cake just for you; it's for everybody. Well, this should. What kind of birthday cake do you want? I want a pie. It's not even a cake; it's a flicking pie.
Like they for sure have good characters though, but it just overall it's just okay for me.
Yeah, for sure. Going back to the whole Jim and Pam thing though, like the first 3 seasons where like it really focuses on that dynamic, I think was probably the strongest point of the entire show.
Oh, for sure.
And then I mean I don't know if this is a spoiler or not but after those couple seasons where they actually do get together, the show kind of from there kind of declines for me because it's like, well, they're together now, and like so it doesn't really focus that much on them anymore, and it's like it's all right. But the whole Jim and Pam chase in the first few seasons was amazing. Like I loved watching that. I was very invested.
Yeah, of course, I very much agree with that.
Of course, everyone. And
then they got together, and I was immediately no longer invested.
Well, I think everyone's favorite Office episode from where we're from, anyways, the episode about Winnipeg.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even remember that episode. That's how forgettable it was, to be honest.
Honestly, it kind of is, but it's just kind of ridiculous. Like,
they didn't even have any scenic shots though for it. No, if I remember,
didn't. The concierge is just like the geisha of Winnipeg. It's like,
yeah, it was just it was. Well, Michael, you didn't see any of it.
Yeah, no, Michael went to Winnipeg, but I highly doubt that they actually filmed in Winnipeg. I'd be shocked if they did.
No. I just mean like, you know, could you at least have gotten like one of those, you know, stupid transition shots that show like the freaking city, like you see the forks or something in the background, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, like an establishing shot.
Couldn't have been bothered to do that, you know?
No, that would have been sick. I would have cheered for that.
I think Michael too, like, is like even he's very creative sometimes, and that can definitely hurt his character. But he's also like Steve Carell's like very good at like I'm not sure whether this is called like, I'm not sure if like deadpan humor is the correct way about it, but it's like another example, like I mentioned the Spencer's Gift one. There's another one where like he's in New York and he talks about he also how much he loves going to New York and have New York pizza, and then he says, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this place for my favorite New York slice," and like apparently it's just like a pizza chain that's all over the world.
Oh,
it's New York pizza because he's in New York, right? So like it's just
I remember
that's just so funny how it's like delivered. Like it's like...
Yeah, no, Steve Carell still does a great job of Michael. It's just the character just is like very, very hit or miss for me, I guess.
Yeah, the writing, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, the Office, like, yeah, The Office is good, but I could definitely see your side of it for sure.
Yeah, and to not to shit on Michael too much, because like I know I criticized him pretty harshly. He did carry the show for a lot of it. So when he did leave in seasons 7 and 8, or I think, I don't know, whatever, when he was gone for a time, it definitely went even downhill even more.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I haven't quite gotten to that season yet, but I heard it kind of really just loses steam after Michael leaves.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to lose a main cast member like that, and
I feel like when shows do that, is that kind of the hot take? Maybe it's not really a hot take, but like I feel like when shows do that, they should just like end the show. Because 2.5 Men did the exact same thing, where like, you know, Charlie Sheen kind of went into a big spiral and he wasn't really working on anything anymore, and so they just like replaced him with Ashton Kutcher. And it's just like, why not just like stop the show? Like I understand it was really popular and I guess money, right? But it's like, if you have to replace like the main character, like why is this still going on?
Well, the unfortunate part about 2.5 Men was I think that was like literally the top of their peak was right before Charlie Sheen went and did all his stuff. So just unfortunate timing. So I guess they just wanted to capitalize on it, I guess.
The fucking Tiger Blood DNA era of Charlie Sheen's career.
Was it still any good after Charlie Sheen left? I haven't seen a single one of the Ashton Kutcher
My family
episodes.
used to watch it quite a bit, and like it's not really as good. Like Ashton Kutcher is fine, but like
it's not bad, but like it's the same trap that every show that falls into having a main cast leave is just it's not the same show.
I kind of feel
like that 70s show.
The dynamic that like Charlie's character, I forget his name in the show now, but has with his brother, I feel like almost like is
pretty sure is. Sorry, go ahead.
Is his name still Charlie? I forget.
I'm pretty sure his name was still just Charlie.
Yeah,
if I remember that right.
But I feel like the dynamic between him and his brother, like it works better. Like his brother's kind of like an awful fucking person, but it works better. Like, he's like that, and his brother is still kind of like lets him live in his place and like puts up with him because like they're related and like they're brothers. But I feel like when you do that same character with like just a fucking random person, that it just like.
Yeah, like, the relationship feels forced, and it's like nobody would do this.
Who would, like, my suspension of disbelief of you'd be willing to put up with this just goes away. Like,
yeah, if Ashton Kutcher's character was a real person, he'd be like, "Get out of my house."
You can't. I'm sorry, you can't fucking live here anymore, dude. Like, what's wrong with you?
Go do something else. Anything, please.
Please get out.
2.5 Men was really great though. Before all that happened.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed the show.
Was solid. I never really sat down and watched like all of it, but I used to watch it on TV a lot when I was younger.
Oh yeah, same. I never watched it like front to back or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, just be on
watching
TV
episodes on it.
You sit down like.
It was definitely a strong show.
Oh yeah.
I was always trying to find out where the half man was.
Honestly, that took me a hot minute too. I was like, who is this half man they're talking about? Oh, it's the child.
Didn't Family Guy do a joke about that where they literally just cut one of them in half?
No, yeah, the Family Guy joke, cutaway joke for that was that they're watching 2.5 Men, and the cutaway was just like there was a guy just like he had no legs and he was bleeding and he was just screaming, and that was the episode, and that was the show they were watching.
He's like, that is so stupid. That is such a Family Guy cutaway. Of course, because who else would do a stupid joke like that?
Oh, Seth MacFarlane, he's a genius.
A genius? You know who is a genius? Just kidding. I don't even want to speak his name, so I don't even know if you guys know who I'm referencing. But I won't even bother with it. Won't bother with it.
No. All right. Tell us in Discord later.
Hey, speaking of geniuses, you guys were on like that show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you were on that show and you wanted to, who would your phone a friend be? Like how would you go about thinking about who would you give to like the show creators for your your people you can phone?
I don't know. See, the problem is none of my friends are smart.
Yeah, but like you gotta figure out some of them has like some kind of useless like trivia. Like I assume you could probably give more than one.
I feel like you know a lot of random trivia, Steven.
Yeah, I might be a good phone a friend, I guess. Like I have certain really random like useless trivia facts that are basically only useful on game shows.
Yeah, Steve, exactly. You look like you watch commentary versions of movies. You would know all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm all about those video essays and.
I actually love some video essays depending on like the topic, but.
I was actually so mad one time at the local anime convention had a video game Jeopardy thing going on, and how you got up like to be a contestant was just like, well, it wasn't. I think no, it was random because it was like, oh, what number am I thinking of between this and this, and you just had to guess it, and then if you guess right, he would let you go up there. But like it was so frustrating because like I actually knew probably at least 90% of the questions, and
that like, is so.
And there were prizes for this too, so like man, I could have fucking like easily won something if I just got up there.
Oh man,
that's annoying.
I'm sorry for your loss, bro.
That's like maybe I can get up there this year if I end up going.
For my phone a friend, I would definitely just do somebody random. I just pick someone randomly in my phone contacts just to surprise them. See what they can provide for me. You know.
Just show the host. Okay, just phone this number. Just tell the guys in the back to phone this number.
Yeah. Here's a former employer of mine. Call them. They'll probably know.
Ends up being like an ex whose number you forgot to delete.
Oh God, no.
I guess like I guess
no, maybe not this person. Wait, can I change that?
I wonder if anyone's ever done that and the person was like busy. Like I guess
probably happens.
Like I'm not sure if I've ever seen a clip of that. Maybe it exists. That'd be really funny. Imagine like you're trying to win like a $500,000 question. It's oh, my buddy for sure knows it's. I like to phone him and he's at work. It's just
well, I would imagine you'd tell the person ahead of time, right? You'd be like, by the way, you're on my list of people that I can phone. Be free for this hour. You
have to call in to work that day. It's like, oh man, I gotta take my lunch just because you're with Regis.
Like, dude, I'm broke, man. I can't call into work today.
Yo, boss, I
can't be your phone friend. I got work that day. Come on.
I gotta be off the floor for like an hour. My buddy's in New York right now. He might be winning $1 million. I think it'd just be super funny if they phoned it and you got like their answering machine or something. It's like, oh, you can leave me a message. I'll get back to you later.
You know that's definitely happened. They just edited it out or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Or just been like, dude, who else do you got? You know.
Like, bro, I can't be your phone a date that day. I got a hot date. Did I say phone a date?
Phone a date?
Yes, you did.
I can't be your phone a friend. I got a hot date, bro. Gotta get me some pootie tang.
Priorities, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you kidding?
This would be a bad show for like younger people because people like between the ages of like probably like 20 maybe 35 like don't answer the phone. So like you'd be a phone a friend. It'd be like an unknown number. Like I'm not answering that.
It would have to be text a friend, you know.
Text a friend.
Text a friend.
Yeah, give me a text and then I'll respond back to you. Call me? No, I don't know this number. I'm not answering. It can go to voicemail.
Text a friend and they respond like 3 hours later.
Or respond to your text in within 3 to 5 business days.
Yeah, bro. Here's my here's my Instagram. Here's my Facebook. just DM me and I'll get back to you with the answer.
All right, I'm here in the I'm here in the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Zoom call.
The Zoom call. Why do I feel like that was actually a thing? Like I feel like that actually happened.
Is coming after somebody.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I probably should have closed my window. I forgot to close my window. Yeah, I got like a fire station by my place. So that happens once in a while.
Just every once in a while.
They're coming after you. They're coming after you for your take on the office, Trey. That's what it's for. They heard you.
That's fine. I'll die on the hill.
FBI, open up.
Actually, going back to that though, that duo, I can't remember their names. I think it's Dan Goor and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they have a great catalog of shows that they've created and done.
Oh yeah, for sure. What else have they done? I know they did Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
They did The Office.
Did they do Parks and Rec?
Yeah, they did Parks and Rec right after. They have Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They also have, I think, The Good Place. I haven't watched, but I heard it's just amazing as well.
My mom watched that. This shit's really funny. That's actually, so I suggested her watch it. I figured she'd like it despite the fact that I've never watched it myself. I'm like, well, this probably seems like a show you'd like. It's a comedy.
Yeah, I've definitely heard the name of that one, but I don't know anything about it.
And I think they're working on a new show or something like that now.
For some reason, I thought it was the same creators who also did Trailer Park Boys. I don't know why.
That would be a little bit random.
Yeah, I'm actually watching Trailer Park Boys for my first time right now. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I used to watch that when I was a kid. Well, not really a kid, I guess. You're not supposed to watch it as a kid.
I've definitely seen episodes, but it's not one of the ones I've watched front to back or binged or whatever.
I've not binged it, but I've watched the episodes. Actually,
I'd say.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
I'd say it's pretty. I was just gonna say. I'd say that it's pretty binge worthy. It's pretty quality comedy.
Well, they're still trying to do Trailer Park Boys, right? To this day.
Oh shit, are they?
Well, I know a while back they did an animated series because I think they're just getting too old at this point.
Yeah.
I think that only lasted like one season.
Yeah, because I think it was a Netflix original thing, so Netflix.
Actually, Trey, do you mind if I bring up the person that you were talking about before that you like DM'd me the name of? Because actually, I have an interesting tidbit about that guy that I've heard.
Yeah, sure.
So what Trey was talking about before was Justin Roiland, and well, most people, it's not interesting to about only I know. It was pretty widespread, but I like how getting rid of him wasn't even that hard because like he didn't really even do anything besides voice Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Like there were stories of him just like coming to the office and like literally not doing any work. Like he would just bring a remote control car and just drive it around, and he would annoy people with it.
Yeah, a lot of people were just like, yeah, he didn't really do anything.
Yeah, so like it's almost like everyone who worked on the show is like, oh, thank God we have a reason to get rid of this asshole.
Jesus. I didn't know about that.
I've
seen clips of him in the studio, like voicing like Rick lines while he's like actually drinking.
Yeah, that was also a thing he did too. Like,
like he would actually get drunk a lot of the time to do Rick or whatever.
Like, of course, the voices are iconic, but it's like the whole thing. We're like, oh, it won't be the same without this guy. Well, actually, it probably will be because he didn't really do anything. Like, if you can get over the fact that someone else is voicing Rick and Morty, which you could probably find a good enough like impressionist to just do it, that like. Or people have, like the voices of classic Simpsons characters have changed, and I don't think people complain about that much. Like, so you can easily just recast Rick and Morty, and I'm sure it'll be fine. It won't get like less funny because he wasn't what made it funny, unless you really like his burping sound effect for Rick, I guess.
Yeah, if you like his specific version of Rick and Morty or whatever.
Morty. Morty. Yeah, see, there you go.
Gotta go to the ship, Morty.
Yeah, see, there you go, Justin. Just apply for it to be voice Rick. There, you can quit your job, and you can be on Rick and Morty.
Oh, jeez, Rick. I can't do him. I can't do a good Morty.
I can't do Morty at all because halfway through my impression, it just morphs into the Fonz.
The Fonz?
Yeah, because I go like, jeez.
Jeez, Rick.
Jeez, Rick. And I give him like, I can't stop myself from doing it. It's really weird. Like I can only impersonate Morty for a very like short time. Then if I say geez, I just can't do it. So I can never voice Morty. I can if I could, I can't say his catchphrase. Geez, Rick. You know, like you shouldn't do that. It's bad. You know, like geez. You know, like I can't put that up my ass. You know, like.
I know that's some pretty quality content right there. I'd hire you.
That wasn't terrible actually.
All I did was just make my voice pitch higher and then like and then just stutter a bit.
Stutter like crazy.
Apparently, I'm like decently good at impressionist. Because like I was just reading French in a French accent, and I think one time off a sign in Canada, because you know every single sign in Canada has like half French on it, and I think you thought I could speak French, and it's like no, I can just do a French accent.
Oh, me? Wait, yeah. Were you not actually speaking French?
No, I was, but like you thought I would because I did like the pronunciation of it so well. You thought I could speak French. I can't like I can read it, I guess, but I can't like I don't know what the words mean.
Oh, to this day, I thought you were like legit just reading it. You knew what it was.
I could kind of know what some of it is, I guess, but like no, I can't.
Oh, I thought you were fluent, motherfucker.
No, I can't hold the conversation in French. I could go like,
wow, I can't.
Je m'appelle.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. One of the best finds ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Can't believe you've done this. Charlie,
fine, man.
There's also another guy.
What? I don't think Charlie Bit Me was a Vine.
No, that predated Vine, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know why I just thought of it, but yeah, similar. Well, not a Vine, but
Short form content, I guess.
Short form content, yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think of another hot take, by the way?
No.
Well, we can transition that into. Didn't you have a Zelda? Was it a hot take? Dustin, or was it a lukewarm take, something like that for Zelda?
Oh, it was a very lukewarm take.
Well, let's hear it.
I told you it earlier, Trey, before we started.
Yeah, but
I want to hear it again so that I can get upset about it.
Okay, fine. I guess we're just gonna transition into video games. Here we go. My lukewarm Zelda take is that Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
because it is.
That's pretty lukewarm. So I know people who absolutely hate Majora's Mask. And
well, yeah, because they just can't get past the fact that it has a 3-day cycle, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want this anxiety. I just want to play a game."
But yeah, that's the main reason for it. They actually just hate the 3-day cycle just like so much that they think it's garbage. It's a terrible game. Like,
you
just
gotta get good.
Like,
just get good, motherfucker.
I think it's like. I think they just feel like restricted. I guess they just want to like not have to go back to the guy. I mean, it is an inconvenience.
Yeah, but okay. Look, first of all,
I'm not even saying I agree with it. By the way, I'm just saying I know a guy who absolutely hates Majora's Mask for this reason. Like,
okay, well, I don't know who this person is, but they can go fuck themselves.
Okay.
But no, like the game gives you more than enough time in any 3-day cycle to get done the shit you need to get done. If you can't get that shit done, that's on you. Like, you can literally slow down the time.
Yeah, like it's definitely like yeah, like it's definitely doable. And hell, even on modern game consoles, if you're to play it, or on an emulator, okay, Nintendo, don't kill me, guys. The fact that I can send you can play your game on emulators. Anyway, there's such a thing like where you can just like save the game in other places too. So it's not even just like you have to travel to a fucking like owl statue or restart the thing to save the game. Like, you can just like, I mean, that part is kind of annoying, I guess, to have to go to a specific spot to save. But like, yeah, I mean,
well, that's how game design was back in the day. So
yeah, like, I mean, you just got to like deal with archaic game design sometimes, and it's not really that bad. I can see it being annoying, but.
That is one take I will give anyone who says, though, that having to go back to an owl statue to save the game was a little annoying.
I think that was the.
But that's not a fault of like the game being what it is. It's just a fault of like that's how games progressed. You had to go to a certain spot to save, you know.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can save Ocarina of Time a bit more easily, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can save anytime you want in Ocarina.
Yeah, so like it did actually kind of go back to being more tedious and like annoying to save in Majora's Mask. That doesn't necessarily make the game bad though. Like it is an annoying thing, but I think all the other parts of Majora's Mask like make up for it. Like all of the cool like atmosphere and the music and like all the different stories all the characters have. I think that more than makes up for just being a mild annoyance.
Yeah, well, the problem, people having issue with the 3-day cycle, it's like these people really just need to. I think they might think that it's just a gimmick.
I guess, yeah.
But it's not. Like, literally the entirety of everything in this game revolves around this 3-day cycle. Like, the whole game is built around it, right?
Yeah, there's some quests that you start kind of on a certain cycle, and you need more than one cycle to complete, I'm pretty sure. Right? Like the that marriage quest, I think, has that, right? I think.
Yeah, the Anjun Cafe quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go back in time a few times to actually finish that one.
Well,
I have a confession before we get too far.
I think I know
what you're going to say. I think you've told me this before, Trey, but go ahead.
I've never beaten Majora's Mask.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I am one of those people that was too stupid back in the day to figure out how the 3-day system worked. And also, as a side note, I'm just bad at finishing games in general, especially growing up. So it just, like, I hadn't even beat, like, Ocarina of Time or any like, prolific game from back in the day.
You haven't beaten Ocarina of Time?
No, like I said, growing up, I had a very bad habit of picking up games, then just putting them down, never revisiting. So I rarely ever beat a single-player game.
Zelda was not a childhood series for me either. The majority, I don't think I beat this. No, actually, I know I did. I didn't beat a single Zelda game until I reached adulthood. I didn't really play much of them. But I'm into the series now. But like, there just weren't games that I really picked up when I was a kid. I was into more like platforms at the time and like some RPGs. And like I was more bigger into like Mario or like Banjo or like like stuff like that in that current era.
Honestly, I still kind of have that bad habit, to be honest, where I'll just put down a game and I'll forget about it.
So I can definitely understand a kid, like literally a kid, just not being able to finish Majora's Mask. It might be just a bit too much, like for them to have to deal with that kind of sort of thinking. I guess like having the time limit and whatnot, they might just fuck up and just get frustrated and not play it anymore.
Yeah, I don't even think I had Majora's Mask growing up. I think I just always played it at a friend's place or something.
Especially since Ocarina of Time didn't do that. So like, well, the last game didn't do this. What the hell? Like,
yeah, that was actually me as a kid. For the longest time, Ocarina of Time was my favorite game of all time, like growing up. And Majora's Mask was always kind of this other game that I actually never got around to beating because of the 3-day cycle. It was only when I was like 18 or 19, I actually really sat down with Majora's Mask, and I beat the whole game in a single night.
Jesus.
And I literally had like a religious experience with it. Like, my mind just like opened up once I beat the game.
Your third eye opened.
Literally.
I beat the game. I beat the game and I was literally like, "Oh my god, this is my new favorite game."
Yeah, it's always nice when you have feelings like that. Actually, I have another Zelda take that I'm sure Justin is going to like, but I think the Wind Waker is my least favorite Zelda game.
What?
Like overall, or like in the subgenre of like main console Zelda games?
Of the ones that I've played like to completion, because actually I guess maybe I can't really say like there's some I haven't played to completion. Like I haven't really played much Minish Cap or I don't know, like this is probably because it is, but it doesn't feel finished. Like it
really
just, like no, yeah, it doesn't feel like it. Even though, and I mostly played the version that fixed a lot of the problems that people had with it, but it's just like it feels like it's just a lot of it's just empty. Like I don't know.
Like, don't say that to me, bro. Playing the Great Sea is so fun, bro.
Too much water, bad game.
Too much water, bro. That's also why Gen 3 is my least favorite.
7.8 out of 10. Too much water.
Yeah, that's also why Gen 3 is my least favorite. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, screw Gen 3 Pokemon.
No, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's a fine game, but it just doesn't feel like it's finished. Like, it feels like it should have more to it. And I guess that's probably the SXG is the case. It isn't finished. Like, there was definitely like more they probably wanted to add, but they're like, oh, we gotta get the Zelda game out for the struggling GameCube, and you know.
Oof. I mean, it is probably my least. I'm not counting Skyward Sword because I haven't played Skyward Sword. It is probably my least favorite of the 3D Zeldas, but it's by such a small margin that it doesn't really matter to me. Like I love Wind Waker. I think it's such a beautiful game. It has my favorite graphic and art style of the entire series.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful.
Oh god, remember when everyone was so upset about it though when it first released?
The Wii U version, yeah, because of all the bloom. Yeah, I mean that was a legitimate,
no.
Like,
the original one, like for GameCube.
Original,
I remember.
Yeah.
The stylistic change. Oh.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Everyone was expecting a dark, gritty game because that's what Nintendo did for like the GameCube tech demo.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. There was like a super realistic tech demo of like Link fighting Ganondorf, and everyone thought that was going to be the next Zelda game. And then we got smacked.
I mean, Nintendo does that a lot. Like they literally also did that for the N64, I think too. It's just a clip of like, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if the video clip might be just a picture, but it's just of Link fighting the Ganondorf. It's because it's like it's good to like that's a decent way to show off like what the new console can do, but like it shouldn't ever be like a sneak peek of like the game. Like that's not. They're just like showing a random like I think like for GameCube 2, there's also a tech demo where they put like 128 Marios on the screen.
I was actually just gonna bring that up. Yeah, they actually called it Mario 128.
Well, yeah, but the whole point of that tech demo was just to put like, look how many characters we can put in the screen. Like that wasn't indication of any sort of game. Like because that game ended up being.
You're telling me that's not Mario 64 times 2?
Actually, I think you hate Sunshine, don't you, Justin? I think isn't that your least favorite Mario game?
Whoa! I don't hate Sunshine. I don't think it's amazing, but it's fun.
I'm on that boat. I did not care for Sunshine.
Yeah, I like Sunshine. I'll play it. I don't think it's great.
Definitely frustrating at times.
Absolutely, and I didn't even do a lot of the extra like hard, more like difficult stars. Like the pachinko one, that one's like legendary, but I never did that one.
Yeah, that's a game I beat and didn't regret not beating. I was just like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
whatever. I was just like, I'll move on to the next game.
Exactly. Yeah, there's much better 3D Mario games.
Of course, Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door is the quintessential Mario game on the GameCube.
GameCube era was so good.
Oh, bro, GameCube era,
Such elite games.
Good.
Elite games.
Not even just from Nintendo too. Like that was also PS2 era. Like,
oh yeah, just an awesome generation of gaming.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, that was definitely the era. Like, it's almost like similar to the probably the Super Nintendo and Genesis era in the sense that like I feel like the middle consoles in between those two were like kind of almost like a growing pain. Like, kind of like, okay, we N64, PS1, we have like access to 3D now, and like we're gonna probably do some weird stuff, and we're not gonna sure know how to translate our games. But then by the time you get to like that GameCube or whatever era, Xbox, they kind of know what they're doing, and like it's also probably before and they added any of like the stupid shit that a lot of modern games like problems have. So it just ended up being a bunch of well-designed. It just ended up being a bunch of well-designed games because of that. I feel the same way with the Super Nintendo and like Genesis era as well. I think they really got like a handle on like how to make really well-looking sprites and like all that sort of thing. That's actually almost a shame that they just immediately went to blocky 3D after that, because like,
well, I feel like what's happening in the indie scene right now, and even with some AAA games like Octopath, I feel like they're bringing a lot of that back, but enhance like making it more modern too.
Yeah, like these like modern revisitings of like titles like that, like what was it, Live Alive or something like that, or Live Alive, however it's said.
Well, that was just a game that never actually released from that era, I think, right? They did like remake it a bit, I think, but like that was never actually, it wasn't released in North America, I'm pretty sure. It was released in other regions.
I think we're in actually a pretty good era of like remakes, like the Resident Evil 2 remake, where like if it's definitely a modern game, but you play it and you're like, this feels like still like a PS2 game. It moves like a PS2 game, but it's not clunky, you know? The way that everything's like presented, like even something minute as like when you go to open a door in Resident Evil 2, you get the whole cutscene that switches just to the doorknob and it shows like the janky animation for the key going in and you open it, but it just looks so much more modern, looks great.
Speaking of indie games that Justin was kind of talking about a little bit there, do you ever stop to think about how the Mother series, like, you know, Nintendo's like Mother series, or aka Earthbound for people who don't know, that's what that series is supposed to be called. Anyway, did you ever think about
plebs?
Did you ever think about how like that's like just randomly one of Nintendo's most like influential franchises, despite the fact that really nobody bought it? Like look at how many indie games like Undertale, Deltarune, Lisa the Painful, Omori, like all these games that are clearly like inspired by Mother 3 or Earthbound, and it's just like, and popular games too. They're all probably actually considerably more popular than the Mother series itself. I just kind of found that interesting. It's like, it's not a game that like, it's just randomly one of Nintendo's most influential franchises in terms of like what they created and like other people like taking like paying homage to it, but like nobody actually bought those games themselves. It's kind of funny how that it managed to reach like that.
Well, I feel like the sales figures may have not been that great, but there's probably such a strong and vocal like minority for the like a cult classic sort of deal going on.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
the people who did play them, I think, were just like, they're probably just very inspired to make something similar.
Very inspired, really... very strong and loud voice about the games.
And then because they weren't trapped on like consoles, or in some cases not even released in North America, other people were able to play them and go like, oh, hey, this is actually pretty good. And you know,
exactly,
it'd be nice if they could go back and see what their what those games are inspired by, but you know, that's probably never going to happen. But
that's a whole Nintendo issue, though.
I feel like I've either said something that insulted Nintendo or said something that would make them mad 2 times so far on this podcast. Let's see if I can go for 3 on another topic.
That's fine.
3 and then we get shut down.
Because 3 strikes and I'm out. Okay, let's have Nintendo ninjas just like knock on my door and just
it's okay. I'll take the next 2, and then after that, Justin will take the next 2, and then we're all at 2. We don't get stricken out.
Okay, sure. So, but no, I'm definitely one of those people who have played a lot of the Earthbound and Mother inspired games and love those games, but I've never played Earthbound. I've played a little bit of Mother 1 because it released on the Switch or whatever.
Is Earthbound not on the Nintendo Switch Online thing?
Oh no, it is. I just haven't gotten around to playing it.
Okay, I was wondering if it wasn't or not.
No, the only one they haven't brought yet is Mother 3, which will never happen.
They're never gonna bring that. Like that.
No.
I can honestly, the Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online thing is the perfect way to do it now. It's like there are other games that they have localized specifically for Nintendo Switch Online. They could do it with Mother 3.
Nintendo would sooner remake Mother 3 from the ground up than just release it as it is. That's my opinion.
Well, yeah, because you say because of the music and copyright issues.
Yeah, so like in Japan, you can kind of make like references and like similar to how like in JoJo, a lot of the like stands are named after like albums and like and musical artists and stuff like that. Like and if you notice that when they're dubbed or they're even subtitled, they're not. That's not what they say because they're not allowed to like do that. They're not allowed to reference it like that because of copyright issues. So for people who don't know, in Mother 3, it pays homage and like references a lot of different like musicals, like some like Michael Jackson and other ones that Nintendo would have to license. And so like for them, like just releasing it basically essentially for free on like I'm not sure how many like people would buy Nintendo Switch Online, like the extra one just to play Mother 3. Maybe they would, but like so that's why I think that like I think it'd be cool if they just remade the whole game and just changed the music rather than just
I see what you're saying though with that.
How, as someone who has played the game though, how big of an identity is that music to the game though? Like if they just remade it and changed the music, would that be a big issue?
I mean, the music is cool, but like, I mean, I think the point is that a bunch of people haven't even played it anyway. So like, I think it might make the game a bit worse unless they just change the music really well. I mean, it's a bit strange because the battle system also kind of uses the music. So how you like attack more than once in that game is you attack, like you press the attack button in beat to like a certain beat, and you can attack more than once.
So it's like a rhythm game?
Sort of. I mean, it's not necessarily integral to actually beat the game because I barely did and still beat it. Like it's still like it's just something that'll add a quirk to it.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But yeah, I don't know how that would work. I don't know. It's interesting. It's kind of unfortunate the music was like that.
Yeah, that's a shame. I don't know. I'm still praying to God and holding out hope that one day they will announce Mother 3 for the Nintendo Switch Online, but they'll also bring in Reggie just for that one announcement. Reggie has to be the one to announce it. There's no other option.
And then I'd be like, I'm sorry, but that's all the time I've got. Now I'm playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
Reggie's the best.
Oh, Reggie's amazing.
I wish we saw more of Doug Bowser like we did with Reggie.
Yeah, he made a few appearances, but
like he's there, but like you see Reggie and like that was like a face that you had to go with all the time to associate with Nintendo
Reggie was
of America.
Always there, man.
Yeah,
Doug Bowser, he's there, but he's not like the face, and I mean maybe that's probably why he doesn't do it because you don't really want to compete with Reggie, but still.
He also probably thinks he's probably not very good at that sort of thing. I assume like he's probably maybe I'm not sure how good he is at the business thing. I guess Nintendo's doing okay for themselves, but other than the fact that his name is the same as like the Mario villain, and that's funny. Maybe he just isn't really like extroverted like that. I guess because Reggie was definitely able to do stuff like that, but maybe he's just not like that. That's what I assume the thing is. Because like I'm sure if he wanted to make himself a character like that, he could, but maybe he feels he can't.
I guess we'll never really know unless he says so for himself. But
yeah, speaking of Reggie being extroverted and being like really good at the whole social whatever aspect of it, I saw once a video that talked about how he actually didn't want to say a lot of the stuff that he said. Like when he first stepped out on that E3 stage the first time when he introduced himself and he said that iconic line, was it I'm Reggie, I'm about whatever, kicking ass, taking names, whatever the fuck he said. He didn't want to say that. Nintendo actually told him to say that.
Did they tell him to say my body is ready?
Well, no.
that would have been amazing.
No, that was a very much as in the moment thing, but
yeah, he's like
I would say that's his
like
most iconic line.
Oh, for sure. It's gonna bother me now if I don't remember exactly what Reggie said. What do you say? I'm Reggie. What is it? I'm about taking names and we're about making games or something like
yeah.
some kicking ass, taking names, and we're making games. It was something like that. And he wasn't sure that was gonna like translate well for some reason, because he thought it was like too much. But Nintendo was like, "No, just do it, bro."
I'm here.
I mean, it worked though, man.
Games, and I'm all
everyone's. No, it absolutely fucking worked. Everyone immediately loved Reggie. It was instant.
Oh yeah, but they still do.
Oh yeah, are you kidding? Like, I don't know what he's doing nowadays, other than his like occasional pop-ins at like the Game Awards.
I think he's just retired at this point, and he comes to the Game Awards because he's friends with Jeff Keighley or whatever.
Well, he after he left Nintendo, he went with GameStop, but I think he left that too actually recently.
Yeah, I think he's just retired. I think he wrote a book or something like that. Speaking of
the
the
Game
Game
Awards,
publish
a book.
Speaking of the Game Awards, definitely they're gonna get that kid to do an award next year, right? Like,
they're gonna invite him on as a guest.
Oh my god, the fucking what's his name? The Bill Clinton kid?
Yeah, I forget his name. It's like Manat or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's getting so much notoriety. They have to invite him at this point.
Dude, that guy's just everywhere.
I didn't know I was surrounded by people who don't know how to read.
Like, how old is this guy? It looks like he's like 16.
You can read 10 books.
The funniest part of that is that she couldn't name 10 books. She was sitting there being like, "Oh, the Twilight series, the so and so series," and it's like, no, just name the actual books. Couldn't do it.
She's like, "Oh, that's 6 books like there, right?"
I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but that's fucking sad.
Oh, it was some stupid podcast clip that he was on. He was just getting upset with this one woman that was on there.
I think he was just fucking. Okay. He just fucks with people out there. Like he says, "Oh, I didn't know I was with a bunch of illiterates who don't know how to read." And they're like, "We can."
Yeah, no, hey. He wants to be a professional troll.
Yeah, I didn't know I was surrounded by people who don't know how to read. It's like, we can read. Oh yeah, name 10 books. It's like,
you know what? I'm still stumped. Like, I can't name 10 books. I could probably get to 9, maybe.
Yeah, damn, y'all are weak. Y'all got to get your reading up, bro.
Just Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Catcher in the Rye. What else we got here?
Fuck Catcher in the Rye.
I
hate that book.
You guys had to read that for English class?
Yes, it was awful.
I think that's what everyone had to read for English.
I don't care about its symbolism. It was boring.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was all right.
Animal Farms was something we also had to read for English class, I think.
Yo, does manga count for naming books?
Oh yeah,
I got Naruto Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, there you go. There's 10 books.
I'll sound fancy. Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Oh shit, not Demon Slayer.
Shinjeki no Kyojin.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's Attack on Titan.
I'm just gonna quiz myself right now.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh wait, that one's the same, I think.
Fuck. Hang on, I can't remember its Japanese name. I think it's Kimi no Nawa or something like that.
That sounds familiar.
That's your name.
Oh yeah.
Oh right. I don't know any Japanese names off the top of my head. Well, I knew 2, but Steven used them already. Fuckhead.
Jerk.
I can't believe you've done this to me.
What the fuck?
I can't believe you've done this.
Shut the fuck up.
Kono Subarashi.
We can't reference the same vine twice in one podcast, bro.
Okay, how about this one? Kono Subarashi Seken ni Shukufuku o.
Are you just Googling names now?
Yeah, that's
I think that was just gibberish.
No, that's Konosuba, an explosion on this wonderful world.
That wasn't even Japanese, bro. What the hell was that?
I'm pretty sure that was Japanese.
No, bro, that was Crapanese.
Oh man, you're insulting my Japanese that I totally can understand and talk.
You guys tell me you don't read manga in the original Japanese?
Yeah, I totally just don't have like 6 or 7 words that I know that are in Japanese just from watching anime.
Wow, what a normie.
Wow. I bet you watch dub too, don't you?
Moshi Moshi.
I always hated that when people are like, why do you watch dub? And I'm like, because I want to listen to it. I want to hear what they're saying in English.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to have to constantly have my eyes trained on the TV for 20 minutes straight.
If I wanted to read, I would read the fucking manga.
Like, what if I want to glance away for 2 seconds? What if I want to look at my phone?
I don't hate the dub. I don't hate dubs, but like as much as most people. But like, I'll definitely choose to watch like subtitles before choosing like a dub. I don't know. I just prefer
I don't mind watching subs when I have to, but like if I'm watching something casually, I'm gonna put on dub. I don't care.
I just find it funny. I just find it funny. There's people like on both ends that are so like staunchly against like one or the other. It's just like it's not even just like I guess that's how the internet works. I guess like people just don't have like normal just like chill opinions. It's always like, oh well, you do this opposite thing of me. Well, I that you have terrible taste. I hate you. I can't believe you don't do the same thing as I do. Clearly, it's the best way to do things.
Obviously,
in this day and age, it's almost impossible to have just like a normal, like chill take on something on the internet. Yeah, it's just the way it is now.
Everyone just likes to fight. I guess I don't know. It's like we can't just like.
I'm always reminded of that tweet whenever this situation comes up, is where the guy will like say like, oh, I like pancakes, and then somebody will reply being like, so you fucking hate waffles then? What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, I remember that. Well, the internet has caused everyone to be extremists in one way or another.
Yeah, I feel like in some cases, like if someone has like a dangerous opinion, or it's just like they're misinformed or whatever, then I can understand. But it seems like people will have this sort of like reaction to things that aren't like that. Like if someone has like some kind of opinion that's just like it maybe like it's bigoted or like or anything like that, something that you can actually be educated on, but it's like that doesn't need to be the case for like everything. Like someone could just prefer to watch something subtitled or dubbed in like when you want to watch something from another language, and that doesn't need to be like you don't need to educate the other person to have your opinion instead. Like it kind of feels like people just will just do that for every single like there's discourse for like everything. Like
it's because people want to be right so badly.
I guess,
so they want to push their opinions on everybody.
That's probably actually is it, yeah. But like it's just I don't know. Kind of feel like that's how things are. I don't know. It's like if someone has an opinion like that, then yeah, sure. But like
I think that's also just mostly Twitter as well, which is
it's also definitely a Twitter thing as well. But you know.
Well, dude, don't even get me started on Twitter. Twitter is such a fucking cesspool of garbage. Like I know that I use Twitter, so it's like I guess I'm a bit of a hypocrite. But
I like to look at art, but it's just like trying to discuss like, well, like the fucking For You tab doesn't show you like. It's actually designed to show you stuff that makes you angry, because angry is like more engagement and it's better clicks for them. Like if it shows you something, so like it does it on purpose. Like so if say you're like LGBT, so then Twitter's gonna show you homophobic and transphobic stuff to get you mad. So you click on it and so you like engage with it. Like it doesn't show you things you actually like. It's gonna show you stuff that makes you mad.
Well, it's because you're most likely going to use your voice when you're upset about something. How many times do you go to like Yelp to give somebody a good review, you know?
Yeah. You might leave
when you enjoy something, you just enjoy it.
You just give your little thumbs up, your 5-star, and you just leave. You don't bother commenting unless you're upset about something. Exactly. A lot of times for not a very good reason, but sometimes for a good reason. But yeah, like so that's kind of the problem with Twitter.
Yeah, it's just that to every extreme possible.
Also, the fact that Elon Musk keeps getting rid of things because he thinks they're shit, and then he realizes why they were there, and then he puts them back.
Yeah, like, Elon.
Has he actually been doing that?
Okay, well, so the whole thing with the Twitter Blue thing is like, well, the whole thing with the checkmark on Twitter is supposed to verify who you are, right? So if someone can't impersonate you, and and have that potentially be dangerous because like having certain things being impersonated can have like big ramifications on things. But of course he took that as like, oh, these people have like better opinions, it should be free speech. So he gets Twitter Blue so you can just buy a check mark. But then now also he's giving like certain accounts like different kind of things so you can they're verified. But that was the intent of the original check mark. So he got rid of the check mark, got upset because of a certain reason, and ended up just bringing it back because, oh yeah, that's why it did this. That's why it was here.
Yeah. He goes in there, changes something. He's like, oh, so that's why it was made like that.
Yeah, like that and like you knew that was going to happen. He would just go, oh, this is shit, obviously. We're going to get rid of this. And then it just, he just ends up bringing it back. Oh, this is why it was here. I get it now.
You know,
that happens when you buy something that's off a meme. Like,
yeah, I just want to say something about Elon Musk, and this isn't necessarily my opinion, because I don't really follow a lot of what he does. But there's a ton of people I know who like research Elon Musk and just say like he's just like he's not a smart man himself. Like he's not like sure he's like a billionaire and he has all this money and like. But he's not like he hasn't really created much of anything himself.
Yeah, no,
he's mostly bought he buys other companies and he buys stocks and he makes his money through that.
He's good at making money.
Yeah, like I agree with you, Jess. Like one of the things is like I think a lot of the things he dabbles in, you just kind of assume, well, I don't know anything about this, so he probably knows what he's talking about. So you just kind of, but then you hear him talk about something that you know what you're talking about, and it's like, what? This guy's a fucking moron. Like.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Of course, the stupid example for me is one time he posted his Elden Ring build, and it was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Like, what was even your thought process when you created this? It was like,
was he actually playing Elden Ring, or was he just doing that for the meme?
No, he played Elden Ring, and like, I can't remember it off by heart, but I just remember like this build just makes no fucking sense. He was like fat rolling on purpose, or something, like.
I'm just a little flabbergasted by this. How the fuck is he playing Elden Ring? According to him, he works like 120 hours a week.
Yeah, well,
which I don't even know if that's possible.
According to him,
first of all,
yeah, but like, so that's just like you just the things that Elon Musk dabbles in. You just kind of assume, well, he must know what he's talking about. But yeah, when he gets to something that you know what you're talking about, and he starts talking about it, it's like, wait, like what? Like, maybe this dude isn't so smart. Like.
I'm actually gonna have to look this up later. Elon Musk playing Elden Ring. That's hilarious.
There's no
I want to see him stream it.
It's not a clip. It's just like he posted a picture of his build, and it's like and his explanation for it is like, Justin, you should ask him about his opinions on metal. I'm sure he'd been the stupidest fucking opinion. he would just pull your hair out.
Oh, dude, I'll fucking do it right now. If he actually responds, we will talk about it on the next podcast.
Okay. That sounds like a great idea.
Ask him who his favorite metal band is.
I'm not sure what would he say if that actually elicit like that kind of response, like, oh, this guy's a fucking moron. Like, what? I know you guys are in the middle. What would he have to? What band would he say for that response to be? What do you think?
Oh, this is new. What is this? There's a subscribe button on Twitter now?
Oh, yeah.
How long has that been a thing?
I think that's pretty new, yeah.
Subscribe?
Yeah, subscribe to see Elon's hot, spicy memes.
Wait a second, on Elon?
Yeah, I went to Elon's Twitter page, and I can subscribe for $6 a month.
Oh, I think that's like super follow.
Oh, and you can do tweets that only subscribers can see.
Yeah, I think that's what super follow is now.
I don't even know what super follow is.
That'd be my guess, anyways. It's just an exclusive tweeting thing, like you've just said.
Actually, Justin, too, if you're on Elon Musk's page, you can see that he has a little Twitter icon, like beside his name. So that's like an extra verification that he's like the owner of Twitter. So that's the extra verification I was talking about. So like he got rid of the old verification system and brought in a new one that does essentially the same thing. So
nice.
So like he realized why it was needed.
Yeah, the whole checkmark thing was so stupid because then you'd have to go to each person's checkmark and be like, all right, why are they relevant? And then most of the time it was, oh, I paid for Twitter Blue.
Dude, like,
all right.
It's funny seeing like certain Twitter accounts like with they give like important information. Like I think it was like they give updates on like tsunamis or hurricanes or something, and something they locked behind Twitter Blue didn't allow them to, I think, tweet as often or something like that. And so they were complaining about it. And of course, Elon Musk's fan base was just pay $8. It's like, or like Elon can like let them post important information without having to line his pockets. Like oh, it's only $8. Well, yeah, I can send that to Elon too. Like,
it's still money, man. Like,
yeah, like.
All right, I'm tweeting at Elon right now. Should I just do like a basic tweet that tags him, or should I actually reply to something that he posted on?
Just to do a basic tweet that tags him, maybe. I don't know.
Actually, I feel like if you tag him, he'll probably most likely respond to that one instead.
You think so?
Who's your favorite metal band?
How should I word it? I have it right now saying, what is your take on metal music? Any strong opinions or hot takes?
That sounds fine to me.
That sounds fine to me.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, is that Elon's his like weapons there fair that you pulled?
Yeah, I think so. I just quickly searched it.
Okay. I think you need his stats too. I'm gonna see if I can find it on my end. Elon Musk Elden Ring build.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I actually want to see this. Oh, here, I found his tweet. What the fuck is this build? I thought this guy was supposed to be a genius.
I think, yeah, like, it's just, I think it cuts off his level, too. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just, it's a very, like, it's the stupidest build I've ever seen.
It's something else.
The picture I'm seeing shows that he's level 111.
Yeah, so at that point, I think he has the Source Seal still on, which you shouldn't really have at that point. The Source Seal is good earlier on, but like eventually it just kind of gives it. No, actually, maybe he doesn't. Oh, fucking. Oh, he has that stamina thing. I don't know. It's just like.
My favorite reply is, "My brother in Christ, why do you have 86 intelligence and 2 shields?"
Yeah, I was just about to say that one.
Yeah, like.
Fucking Dolan Dark is a legend, man.
He only has like 23 endurance. Like his leveling thing is so weird. Like he's like he's level 111, right? And his vigor is like 30. It's like HP is so low because he didn't level up vigor. And it's funny, like in vigor in Elden Ring, it's really important to level that up because things just fucking kill you. He must just like instantly die whenever he does anything, especially since he can't even dodge it because he's fat rolling on purpose.
So do you guys have the actual tweet, or did you just find like a screenshot of it?
I got the actual tweet.
Yeah, you see, as he says he's a power mage, but with decent sword and katana.
But he doesn't really, because he didn't level up dexterity. Like his dexterity is only 25, his strength is only 16, so he's not, because he didn't really build towards that at all. Like, if Elon Musk beat the game, I'm sure he just had someone like one of his interns just like summon. He summoned every single time when he beat the boss for him, probably. I'm sure if he beat the game,
I like how for anyone commenting on his posts, it tells you if they're a subscriber or not. But a lot of the people who it says are subscribers are people who are like saying like, "Yo, you're trolling, aren't you?" and saying like you know, like generally like speaking out against Elon or whatever. But it says they're fucking subscribers.
I guess they think it's funny. I guess I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Now I'm just scrolling through Twitter like I should get off this.
Oh, Elon.
Well, I guess if we're at that point, we can wrap up the podcast for today. Then I don't know if we're just kind of rambling on.
Do we want to just wrap this up now, or did you have any more topics? Any of y'all wanted to talk about?
I think I'm out for today. Even if I had 1 week, we have other episodes we want to do one day, so we should keep them close to the chest, bringing them up when we need to. All
right. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up. Should we all kind of just plug our shit, whatever we're doing?
Maybe if you're actually maybe if this actually takes off, I'll start streaming again because that's probably what we're gonna end up plugging. Unless people want to follow my Twitter and see my mildly funny jokes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say that I am a streamer.
I should go back to streaming.
Yes, Justin, plug yourself.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I got a butt plug right now. I'll do that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everyone, make sure to watch DreginyPlaysGames on Twitch. He plays Genshin Impact. Sick game, by the way.
Yep. Most weekdays I'm playing some Genshin Impact, and occasionally on the weekends if I got some free time.
I actually quite like Genshin Impact. Its gameplay loop is actually pretty.
Yeah, I started streaming it just meaning to try it out, and I didn't expect to just make it the game that I stream. But here we are now, like 3 months later.
Like it's a fun enough game where like the game there's stuff that you want to work towards getting, and it's fun enough where it's just like you keep coming back and doing it. Like even like it's I don't know, it's just it's managed to like it's a very good. I'm not even sure how to describe it, but it's very good at what it does. Like it definitely managed to like rope you in, and also I can definitely see why people will spend money on this game too, because they're like, oh, I really want this character to. But I really want to level up this character to make them stronger. I'm going to roll them again. I'm going to spend money and just keep rolling. So I definitely see why people do that too, because the gameplay loop also like plays into that. Anyway, yeah, I shouldn't be talking about games. We're trying to wrap this up. So. Another time.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the Sofa Taters Podcast,
and we will see you next time.
Yeah. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.